So this is the video in our series where we talk about resources we'd recommend if you're interested in doing a deeper dive on Anabaptists and Anabaptism. I'm going to start by giving a shout out to Gameo.org. That's Global Anabaptist Mennonite Encyclopedia Online.
Where else?
Where else? Which, according to their mission statement, provides reliable, freely available English language information on Anabaptist-related stuff.
Well, at least it's in English.
Stuff is my word. It's basically an Anabaptist Wikipedia where you can quickly find out, for example, if Thomas Müntzer, a radical social reformer and leader in the Peasants' War of 1525, had any connection at all with the early Anabaptists. And he did. And did you know that the German peasants who fought in that war, demanding reform of the Christian church and political freedom, they actually adopted a rainbow flag as a symbol of their movement, symbolizing God's eternal covenant with humanity?
I did not know that.
Kind of crazy.
Moving on. A definitive overview of the time period when Anabaptism flourished is The Reformation, A History by Dermot McCulloch. Totally worth your while. It's useful in placing Anabaptism in the context of the many diverse threads of the Reformation and the Counter-Reformation. Another one, The German Peasants' War and Anabaptist Community of Goods by James Stayer, which basically links the Anabaptist doctrine of common ownership to the Peasants' War. Although that revolt was crushed, the socialist ideals persisted in small Anabaptist communities and persist to this day. So thanks to everyone who came out with their pitchforks.
Yes, up with the common man. Now, on to some primary source material, starting with Peter Riedemann's Hutterite Confession of Faith. Riedemann was a Silesian cobbler who joined the Hutterites in 1532, like almost at the beginning of their movement, and he became an elder of the church. And he wrote this amazing document for a local Lutheran ruler while he was in prison. The confession weaves together the 12 articles of the Christian faith, so the Apostles' Creed, with biblical texts in a way that support the idea of communal discipleship.
If you want a better understanding of the Anabaptist position on unconditional nonviolence, Peter Walpott's The Christian and the Sword is essential reading. Walpott was also a Hutterite elder and a prolific writer. This document is actually just one part of a larger text, the Great Article Book. It presents arguments for nonviolence in the Old Testament, the Gospels, the Epistles, and finally has a great kind of an FAQ, questions the world asks. And it's available as a free PDF download. Check out the link below.
Finally, a little shameless self-promotion. Plough, the publishing house of the Bruderhof, will be putting out a series of books entitled Classics of the Radical Reformation. The 13 titles in the series are scholarly and critical editions of the primary works of pioneers of the Radical Reformation. So folks like Pilgrim Marpeck, Michael Sattler, Balthasar Hupmeyer, Dirk Phillips, and Peter Riedemann, who we mentioned a little earlier. And while they're scholarly, they should be accessible to a broad audience of people interested in Anabaptism. So make sure to get all 13 copies.
I can't believe you just stole my chance to shamelessly promote Plough. I mean,
Sorry.
I'm the one who works there, and I'm the publicist, so...
I'm sorry about that. You know, we do share all things in common, so I feel like I could steal a bit of the shine.
Yeah, clearly. Even punchlines. So, must be time to end this series.
Video. Series continues next week.
Right. You can find links to the resources that we reeled off with such speed in the description below. Thanks for watching. Please drop any questions you may have in the comments so we can answer them in the next video. And be sure to subscribe.
Be sure to subscribe.